Today on OC News.
Bill Clinton has been actively campaigning here in Orange County for the elections.
Famous fast food has been dealing with an E. coli outbreak.
Associated students have been hosting art events for students here on campus. All this and more on OC News.
First responder on police.
There's been a lot of collaborative efforts
I
over
feel
the
blessed to be here in Fullerton.
Brought to you by the broadcast journalism students at Cal State Fullerton.
OC News starts right now.
Hello, and welcome to another edition of OC News. I'm Ethan Lopez.
And I'm Dayanara. OC News is brought to you by the broadcast journalism students of Cal State Fullerton. Former United States President Bill Clinton will come and visit Orange County to canvass for the California Democrat Party as local congressional races ramp up. This weekend, the House of Representatives candidate Derek Tran, along with California Democrat Party, will host a Get Out of the Vote rally in Orange County. Former President Bill Clinton will be joining the event in an effort to canvass voters in the 45th District. The general elections happen in less than 2 weeks. The rally will be held in Buena Park on Saturday, October 26th.
Authorities are searching for a hit-and-run driver who killed a man in Westminster late Monday night. Orange County Fire Authority paramedics arrived and pronounced the man dead at the scene. The man was identified as a 58-year-old homeless man, Zhuang Wan Tran. Police say that Never model dark-colored sedan drove away from the scene before their arrival. They say it was headed eastbound on Westminster Boulevard. Law enforcement is encouraging residents to come forward if they have information on the suspect or the car.
The FDA is investigating an E. coli outbreak across 10 states after multiple deaths linked to McDonald's hamburgers. OC News reporter Juliana White spoke to the health majors on campus on the importance of the health safety.
Just a few months ago, Boar's Head deli meat and cucumbers found themselves on the recall list for listeria. Now, frozen waffles and salad kits are on that same list. And just recently, McDonald's is under investigation for an E. coli outbreak.
While it is not yet known which ingredient caused the outbreak at McDonald's, the company has stopped using their quarter-pounder, slivered onions, and beef patties across the country.
When they get E. coli due to diarrhea, people are automatically going to think, okay, anti-diarrheal medications, right? So that's actually kind of not something you want to do. Generally speaking, what you want to do is take in as much fluids as you can, replenish your electrolytes, some Gatorade, and then make sure that you are actually trying to get out as much of that bacteria as you can.
Some of the frozen waffle and salad kit brands under recall for potential listeria outbreaks include Treehouse, Good and Gather, Kodiak, Best Choice, Dole, and Bruce Pack.
Well, actually, 2 of my classmates had been exhibiting symptoms of listeria, and from what we know, that there was a recall for Boar's Head meat, and they actually ate a couple sandwiches that were Boar's Head, and they started experiencing symptoms of nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, and they just haven't been feeling good for the past few days.
While listeria and E. coli outbreaks are still under investigation, if you or your loved ones think that you have any symptoms, it's important to see a medical professional for a proper diagnosis. I'm Juliana White with OC News.
Irvine city officials have approved a location for the city's first homeless shelter to strengthen the city's affordable housing efforts. In a 4-1 vote by the city council, the city will purchase $20 million of property in the Irvine business complex. The shelters will include more beds, medical care, and services necessary for the residential care. This comes as City Council member Kathleen Tresetter says residents are noticing an increase in the homeless population. The purpose will hopefully help decrease the homeless population, and their updates on the shelter are expected sometime next year.
The Lagunas Hills DMV office closed its doors last Friday, leaving only 3 DMV locations standing in Orange County. The closure follows the DMV's push to digitize services with 90% of transactions. Now available online through community kiosks, Governor Gavin Newsom said the shift will improve efficiency and provide faster online experiences for the residents. The DMV locations still open for business are located in Costa Mesa, Santa Ana, and San Clemente.
Coming up after the break, we have game updates on Cal State Fullerton's tennis and water polo matches from this week.
And the Associated Students will host a special guest speaker from the journalism world to discuss the importance of voting. Find out who later in the show.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
All right. Before you head outside and find out the hard way, let's check in on the weather. Will you need an umbrella, sunglasses, or maybe just a really good excuse to stay inside? Ariana Hartman saves us from guessing.
Thank you, Ethan. It has been a warm week in Fullerton, and today is no exception. It is currently 82 degrees, a decrease from today's high of 87 degrees with a low of 56 degrees. Wind is at 7 miles per hour and the humidity is low at 30%. Sunrise this morning was at 7:03 a.m. and the sunsets keep getting earlier and earlier, setting tonight at 6:07 p.m. Now on to the rest of the week's forecast. The heat will continue to stay with us throughout the week, with Thursday having a high of 84 degrees and Friday through Sunday staying above 80 degrees. Saturday will also be cloudy compared to the rest of the week, where it will be partly cloudy. It should luckily start to feel a bit more like fall on Monday, with the high temperatures dipping to 71 degrees, which is a perfect way to start out the Halloween week. That's all for weather today. Make sure to stay cool and be safe if you're attending any Halloween weekend celebrations. Back to you guys at the desk.
Just like that, Ethan's beautiful pink tie, you might notice some CSUF athletes wearing pink this week. CSUF athletes celebrating Pink Week across its soccer, volleyball, and water polo home games in support of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Fans wearing pink attire will receive free admission to all home events throughout the week. The festivities kick off tonight with Titan men's soccer taking on Sacramento State. Time to check in on the sports. We'll be on celebrating victory or pretending we didn't watch the game. Anthony Manifold is coming in with a slam dunk.
Bringing it home, thank you for the lob, Dayanara. Today, I'm pretending I did not watch the game because I have a flurry of Titan sports news to cover. The NBA opening night was Tuesday, and now men's basketball is preparing for their season. It's dinner time. The men's basketball program is hosting a tip-off dinner fundraiser. It will be held on Sunday, October 27th at 4 p.m. at the TSU Pavilion. This event will offer the chance to socialize with former and current Titan athletes as well as their coaches. Attendees have 4 sponsorship options ranging from $60 to $2,000, which include Titan merchandise and other gifts. Registration closes on Thursday, October 24th, so act quick to claim your seat at the table. From the dinner table to the tennis court, the ladies in orange and blue are staying classy. The reigning double champions from the beach tennis fall tournament, Sain Myung and Maria Nikitash, competed again at the ITA Southwest Regional. The fearsome twosome breezed past a double from Northridge 8-3 in the first round of 64. Unfortunately, the winning streak came to an end in the round of 32, losing 8-2 to a double from San Diego. Women's tennis' next chance at victory comes on November 1st in Palos Verdes for the Jack Kramer Invitational. Time to jump in the pool. Men's water polo schedule is getting tougher in their second year of action. Togan Osbeck scored his 100th goal last Friday against ranked number 14 UC San Diego. UCSD scored their first 4 goals uncontested until Alec Isaacman scored the Titans' first goal midway through the second quarter. That goal got something started as they proceeded to score 2 more goals and made it a close contest at 5-3. However, the Trians answered with 2 more goals and didn't look back. At last, the final score was 13-5. Men's water polo has another chance on Friday to get back to 500 on the season with another Big West contest against UC Davis this Friday. Well, that's all from sports, but before I go back to the desk, go Yankees!
Coming up after the break, a widely known CNN journalist will come to campus to encourage students to register to vote.
And Associated Students hosted new art events at the Titan Student Union to champion creativity as midterm seasons approach. Stay tuned for more.
Can I get the now bar, please?
$1.
Have a good one.
Got it.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Let me get a now bar.
Sure.
$1.
Appreciate you.
Got it.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Stem is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. Dare to program something internet-breaking, record-breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to learn the difference between sedimentary and metamorphic rock. Go find those rocks. Dare to keep daring. Dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
A big name in political journalism will be on campus soon. For those stories and more in entertainment, we turn to the GOAT, Alex Abeda.
Thanks, Ethan. This week, we've got some campus news as well as some big music and movie news. The 2024 election grows closer by the day, and students of Cal State Fullerton can look forward to a new and relevant twist on the traditional Beyond the Conversation event hosted by ASI. On October 24th, ASI will be hosting Behind the Ballot, a conversation with Van Jones. Van Jones is a political contributor for CNN, as well as a New York Times bestseller and an Emmy Award winner. The event is being held as a means to educate students ahead of the upcoming election and to encourage students to exercise their right to vote. In music news, Taylor Swift has returned to the States with her Eras Tour that seems to have been going on forever and always. But one particular Swiftie in New Orleans is taking things to another level. Rebecca Fox has booked out 191 rooms at a Holiday Inn in New Orleans ahead of this week's shows. But Fox insists she's not just a mad woman with a mean scheme. Instead, Fox has sold the rooms to other Swifties attending the shows at the same rate she booked them at, all in an effort to meet other fans, make friends, and make sure fellow New Orleans Swifties have a place in this world. In movie news, fans of a certain web-slinging superhero can expect his return to the silver screen sometime soon. Fans have been left wondering what the future holds for Peter Parker since the release of No Way Home in 2021. And now, actor Tom Holland has confirmed that his Spider-Man will be receiving a 4th installment in the series. On The Tonight Show, starring Jimmy Fallon, Holland shared that filming will begin next summer. And for now, that's all that has been confirmed. That's all for your entertainment news today. Let me sling it back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Alex. ASI holds free art workshops in the TSU building every week. Reporter Emily Wilson has more on today's candle painting.
That's right, you guys. I'm in an art workshop here in the TSU where students right behind me are creating their very own fall-themed candles.
I would say you don't have to be an artist to be here. Like, it's really, it's about doing it. It's not about the final product, I guess. I'm not like an art major. I just do it for fun. I really enjoy it. And I think that's the most important part. If you think you're going to get something out of it just personally for de-stressing, to have fun, whatever, even if you don't think you're very good at art, but you think it's enjoyable, I would say just try it out.
Well, we just want to like paint. I mean, we saw it online and it seemed really interesting.
Yeah, she sent it to me and we haven't been to one of this, so we thought it would be cool to hang out and do this.
Definitely getting to connect with other people, especially being like a commuter, not living on campus and not seeing like everyone on a day-to-day basis. And the music's fun and everyone's chatting and have similar interests.
ASI has over 15 drop-in student art workshops remaining this semester. Students can find information on ASI's website. This is Emily Wilson with OC News. Back to you guys in the studio.
We're 13 days from the election. CSUF is still mobilizing voter participation by completing in the ballot bowl. Andrew Gutierrez has the story.
Election day is around the corner, and amidst the ballot bowl between Cal State Fullerton and Cal State Long Beach, ASI held an event to get more students to register to vote.
I think it's very important, especially with this election season that's coming up, especially with all the things that are happening in the news. I think it's very important for students to be connected with their politicians, asking, emailing people who are making these laws, making these legislations, you know.
If there's anything that you learned from it?
I learned how to register to vote.
Probably the most important thing I would say is getting people to understand that particularly with democracy, it should be bottom up, right, where you're focusing on sort of local issues and going outward, especially when you consider something like the Electoral College and its impact on a federal level.
The event gave students more than just an opportunity to register to vote and learn how to do so, but also taught students how to vote smarter. At the event, there was pamphlets handed out that gave a quick rundown on all the propositions on the 2024 California ballot, as well as what supporters and opposers of each ballot says about them. Also in the pamphlet you can find important dates on the voting season as well as where and how to vote. And to find same-day voter registration locations, early voting locations, or ballot drop-off locations, you can go to www.fullerton.edu/election/how-to-vote.
I haven't registered to vote yet, have you?
I'm actually registering right now as we speak.
See, guys, register to vote now.
And that's it for the end of the week Late Show. Thank you guys for tuning in this week. I'm Ethan Lopez.
And I'm Dayanara Palafox. Make sure to follow us on social media at OC News, CSUF, and Titan TV, CSUF.